Hello, welcome to Something with Dena.
And DiAnna.
Hello, Diana.
Hello, everyone.
Yes, we want to welcome everyone. If you're new here, we're so glad you found us. Seriously, you picked a great time to jump in. It's not like a continuing story that you have to go back and figure out what's happening. Although we have over 200 episodes that you can go back and listen to, which is
Yeah.
amazing. If you're a regular listener, welcome back. You have a special place in our hearts, and we appreciate you more than you know. For the next 30 minutes, we're here to keep you company, no matter what you're doing, driving, walking, cleaning, working, just taking a breather. And I think our hope is simple that we can learn a little bit and laugh more than we learn.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's get into it. Diana has no idea what I'm going to talk about. So this is Miss Ad Lib over here, and she has opinions about everything and smart, fun things to say. I will say that. That's what she
Wow. I
said.
got I gotta back that up, what you just said.
That's right. Here we go. No pressure.
Yeah.
Okay, here's your first test question, Diana. It's not really a test. I'm kidding. Would you consider yourself a mouth breather? Like for whatever reason, sinus problems, sick a lot, or just you feel like you get more oxygen that way, or
No, I'm more a nose breather through my nasal passages.
well, that's good. That's good news. I have a deviated septum and I find myself breathing through my mouth, especially when I sleep. And I can tell because like my lips will be dry or my teeth feel sensitive, like the wind, air's been going across them.
Right.
Um, Sticky, ugh, yucky mouth. That's what I'll find myself doing. But it's not good to breathe through your mouth. There's a digital creator named Bobbi Carter who I've started following on Facebook. I'll include a link. She has a lot of little nice tips, generally have to do with your body and your health, but she does have stuff to back it up. She's not a doctor that I can tell. But it says, close your mouth right now. You are slowly suffocating yourself. Did you know it was that serious?
Wow. I did not.
It's according
I'm
to
a
Bobby.
nurse.
Maybe listeners do this, or maybe Dinah, you know somebody who has a tendency to always be stopped up, or one side stopped up, so they just compensate by breathing through their mouth.
Yeah. And during allergy season, I have to say that yes, I'm sure of a more of a mouth breather when your sinuses are plugged up. You got to breathe.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and I used to be like a nose spray addict, and I quit
yeah.
using that. I thought, I'm never going to use it again. And so I end up breathing through my mouth. But if you're breathing through your mouth right now, you're actively destroying your health. Dun, dun, dun. It is not a habit. It's a slow death sentence. Wow, Bobby. Bobby's dramatic, I think. Maybe. In 1998, three American scientists won the Nobel Prize in medicine for discovering the role of nitric oxide in the human body. Nitric oxide is a miracle molecule. It expands blood vessels, lowers blood pressure, kills viruses, and increases oxygen absorption by 18%. But here's the catch. Nitrous oxide is only produced if you blow that air through the nasal cavity.
Passages. Yeah.
Yeah, so you knew that. When you breathe through your mouth, you bypass that entire system, that little system God gave us in our nose. You get zero nitric oxide. Your blood vessels constrict, your heart has to work harder, and your brain gets less oxygen. This explains a whole lot.
That's it.
As a medical professional, does that sound Bible to you, that explanation?
It actually does. Of course, with the oxygen consumption, if you can't get it through your nose, again, you're going to have to get it through your mouth. So, whether it's healthy or not healthy, and if your allergies are anything like mine, I can't find enough medicine to really make a difference for me. So, I do get her point, but I also get that you have to breathe, and if it's through your mouth, it's through your mouth.
Yeah, oxygen is very important, even if it doesn't have that nitrous oxide in it.
Yeah.
According to a 2020 Stanford study, an experiment proved all this. Researchers plugged their noses, oh, very scientific, stuck their fingers up their nose, and breathed only through their mouths for 10 days. What? For 10 days.
Oh my goodness.
They closed their nose for 10 days. You might guess you put a little clothespin on it or something, maybe.
Well, you'd have to when you sleep because you can't be holding your
Exactly.
nose asleep.
Exactly. Maybe they twisted up little tissues and shoved them up both nostrils.
Oh, perhaps, yeah.
I do that when I have a runny nose. I just shove them up in there and leave it. But anyway, the results, Diana, hold on, were catastrophic.
Mm.
Ugh. Their blood pressure spiked an average of 13 points. They developed severe sleep apnea. Their stress hormones skyrocketed. Their cognitive function plummeted. Then they switched to nasal breathing for 10 days. Every single negative metric reversed completely.
Wow.
I mean, it's worth me going to get I'd like to get a nose job anyway. It's worth me going to get my septum undeviated. The medical industry knows this, Bobby continues, but they built a $12 billion orthodontics industry, a $7 billion CPAP machine industry, $28 billion sleep medication industry on the consequences of mouth breathing. Mouth breathing can cause crooked teeth, which I had when I was little, snoring. I don't know if I snore. Sleep apnea, chronic fatigue, I have that. Anxiety. These are not genetic curses. They're direct result of a collapsed airway caused by breathing through your mouth. Your nose is for breathing, Diana. Your mouth is for,
Talking,
yes, and eating.
eating.
So tonight, put a small piece. Now, this is what Bobby says. Don't do this if you can't breathe through your nose because you will die. Tonight, put a small piece of medical tape over your lips before you sleep. Force your body to use the system it was designed with. Wake up with more energy than you have in a decade. I have heard of mouth taping lately, and I didn't understand it.
I don't know about all that.
That's what I'm thinking. That's very dramatic. Okay, I'm not recommending you tape your mouth shut if you can't breathe through your nose because I don't think you'll ever wake up at all. But I think look into what's keeping your nose not working well enough for you that you have to use your mouth because I could see where it could cause some of those issues. Definitely snoring, right?
Yeah.
And I think if I tape my mouth like during the day where I could take it off so I wouldn't die, I would find that I am breathing through my mouth more. I bet you I would struggle
Mhm.
with breathing because sometimes I'll do like this, stretch my, and I can breathe
Yeah,
so much better.
right.
Yes. And people who can't see, I'm like, what am I doing? Stretching my sinuses out, stretching my nostrils out again. All right. So rethink your mouth breathers. Then of course, mouth breathing is also an insult. You're a mouth breather. Means you're not too bright. Maybe that's where that came from. All right. Speaking of sniffing and breathing, fragrances, aromas are very powerful to
Yes.
our bodies and our brains. Yeah. There's a whole old episode about it's called What Do I Smell? Or I Smell Something or something eons ago. One of our first episodes. To go listen to that if you want to know more about it. But today, Diana, nightly olfactory enrichment, not enrichment, enrichment physically regrows your brain and increases cognitive capacity by 226%. That is according to Amazing Science Facts on Facebook. Now, what does that mean, Diana, you ask?
Well,
What,
yeah.
what's
What
the
does
first
that
thing you
mean?
would think when I said that?
So you said what? Lavender does all that? The scent of lavender that we're smelling all night long?
We have talked about the effects of that lavender makes you sleep better and relaxes you. These are
Okay.
strong scents, and you know there's a whole industry of
Oh, yeah.
essential oils that do
Comes
different
in
things.
every color, every bottle, every shape, every
Yeah,
flavor.
exactly. Heals everything. And
Mm,
I do use frankincense and what's the other one I use? I can't remember the other two I use in a face oil. You know, I looked at the ingredients for my skin
mhm.
and it really helps keep inflammation down, I think, on my face. I mean, I think they're gifts from God. I mean, think about what they gave baby Jesus.
Of course. Yes.
Yeah. So sniffing strong scents. I would say lavender is not a strong scent. Sniffing strong scents daily can literally rebuild your mind. Your olfactory bulb has a direct superhighway to your brain's memory center. Clinical trials show that smelling four distinct essential oils for 15 seconds a day, that's just 15 seconds, wakes up your brain. Train your nose, regrow your mind. It's a 226% upgrade. So you would choose, I guess, I mean, if you have somebody you buy essential oils from, you could ask them what are considered strong stimulating scents. That's kind of the opposite of the lavender, I guess.
I would think more along cinnamon, perhaps,
Maybe. Yeah.
peppermint, uh, spearmint, something. All of those have a very distinct flavor
Yeah.
or aroma, not flavor.
Aroma. Yeah. There are essential oils that you can consume, but they're talking about breathing them
What
in.
breathing them in? Yes.
Yeah. And there is a big difference. So please make
Oh,
sure
yes. Make sure
you
you
use.
read the bottle.
Right, right. And so ask your essential oils expert that you purchase from or do research on which ones are strong. And I think some may, some people may be allergic to some of them or have a very negative reaction to them. But they do what you like, you're right. It's the ones that you want to wake up your brain, 15 seconds per scent, 4 cents as you start your day.
Okay, I'm going to do that.
Yeah, I have some. Do you have a lot of
Uh,
essential?
yeah, I probably have about at least 300 or 400 I could choose from.
Wow.
No, not
You
that
bought
many,
into
but
that
have a
trend.
not many, but not that many. But I at least have 50. I have to
Wow.
admit.
Well, I
Mhm.
believe in them. I know that's kind of like a multi-level marketing thing. About
Right.
10 years ago, that was really popular, but I keep some on hand and I really believe that they are, like I say, gifts. I won't say magical, but they're healing
Hmm.
gifts from God. Now, looking in comments here, a man said that he recommends rose,
Hmm. Okay.
citrus, orange, eucalyptus. Now, that is a powerful scent.
Yes.
And you're right, Diana, peppermint. And he says rosemary and lavender. I used to house sit for a woman who kept fresh eucalyptus tied to her shower head. So
Hmm.
when the steam came up from it,
Oh.
that scent would
Oh, wow.
come up. So yeah, it is a calming scent. So I mean, that's an affordable, safe way to apparently grow your brain, which I could really use that since I couldn't think
Yeah.
of essential, the word essential. Diana, as a medical professional, pressure, pressure, pressure. Is there a best blood type, do you think?
um, I would say universal.
Which is,
Well, it you can do it on A positive, A negative, B positive, B negative. It meaning universal. It could be to any donor. Like a
mm,
lot of times, if someone has, say, type A blood and they need blood, then you go ahead and can administer that. But say you're in an emergency and you don't have time to figure out whether what their blood type is, then you can give them, O, which is universal.
okay. I think my dad had that because he was always giving blood. They really wanted it. So I think he was type O. I'll have to say, I
Yes.
have no idea what my blood type is.
Well, is it not on your driver's license? It
I don't,
used to be on your driver's
so, I mean, you have to specifically go ask for that, right? I want to know
license.
what
It's
type.
been so long ago. I've known mine since I was 18.
Do you mind to share?
I'm A positive.
A positive. That works
Yeah.
for you. You are. You're A positive, but you be positive all the time, which I like.
Aw.
Well, according to this article that I read, Diana, it says the title of the article is there a best blood type? The ups and downs of A, B, and O, including who's at higher risk for cancer, norovirus, and bug bites. Now, I am very prone to bug bites, so I need to find out what my blood type is. Most people don't spare a thought for their blood type unless they're in need of a transfusion. I've just never had the opportunity to have it tested, so thank God. But could it hold secrets to your health? And is one better than the other? And as Diana explained, it's better to, if you have the universal, to get a transfusion without having to worry about it. And you are able to give to others Your blood is more useful to others, but the
Right.
short answer is no. There is no best blood type, for yourself, for your health. But each of the four main categories, A, B, and O, have their own advantages and disadvantages. Okay, so there are four main categories of blood, A, B, and O. And they each have their own advantages and disadvantages. So if you know your blood type, listen up to this information. Type A blood is found in about 36% of Americans, and it may make you less susceptible to norovirus, nicknamed the winter vomiting disease. Oh, isn't that lovely?
I know what it's like.
You said you were A though, right?
I am.
Okay. Do you have winter vomiting disease?
I think so.
It can also make you less attractive to mosquitoes. So do you go out and come back in with crazy bites all over your legs or arms?
No, I do not.
That's
But I do not like mosquitoes. So as soon as they come out, I go in.
okay.
So I don't really get to stay out and party with them.
I can just go to the mailbox and come back and have them. I can go to bed and wake up with mosquito bites on my legs and whatever. So I don't know what my blood type is, but it is not A. But there are some downsides to being a type A blood, Diana. You have generally have higher levels of bad cholesterol, which can
Mm.
increase the risk of heart attack and other cardiovascular problems. People with this group are also more likely to experience an early onset ischemic stroke,
Ischemic.
a
Yeah,
stroke
ischemic.
caused by oral care, then ischemic stroke,
There you go.
caused by a blockage of blood flow to the brain and might have a harder time fighting COVID. Interesting.
Hmm.
I had heard there was a blood type that generally didn't get COVID, but it's probably not A, since you have a hard time fighting it.
Right.
Studies, yeah, studies have found that people with type A are also at higher risk for gastric and pancreatic cancers. I'm sorry, Diana. I'm not trying to scare you.
Oh, you're not. You know what? It is what it is.
Well, we're going to tell everybody else what their problems with their blood is too, so don't feel bad. Further research shows that those with the type A blood tend to have more cortisol, making them more prone to stress.
Mhm.
I don't know if I would
Okay.
describe you that way. Okay. The good news is you have blood, so that's good.
I
It's
do.
not pouring out on the floor at the moment.
No, I
Okay.
keep it well inside of me.
Yeah, it's a good idea. So, type B blood people, listen up. On the upswing, people with type B blood are at lower risk of developing kidney stones, less likely to be bitten by ticks, which is a major perk if you're an outdoorsy type.
Yeah.
Have you ever had bitten by a tick?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, me too. My whole life, just over and over. Research also indicates that type B blood may serve as a natural defense against pathogens such as smallpox and malaria. Another blood boon, B blood, has a significantly lower overall risk of stomach and bladder cancer, and it makes bodies less hospitable to the Helicobacter pylori. We talked about that last week with the cloves. The bacteria primarily responsible for stomach ulcers. And I did look it up, and it was a quarter of a teaspoon of ground cloves a day is really all you need. So that's not very bad.
Okay. No.
If you don't know what I'm talking about, go back and listen to our previous You Know Something episode, not the giggles, and we talked about the power of cloves. However, it's not straight A's for type B blood, although it was sounding like really good stuff. Studies suggest that those type B blood people may be more susceptible to certain infections like tuberculosis and cholera. And the blood type is also linked to increased risk of heart disease and pancreatic cancer. Okay, so those are two that are linked to pancreatic cancer. There's also a higher prevalence of type 2 diabetes and hypertension with type B people. That's so interesting to me. Type,
That is interesting. I've never heard it broken down like this.
type AB, if you need a blood transfusion, you're in luck if you're type AB plus, positive,
Hmm.
AB
Right.
positive,
Yeah.
plus, positive. As the universal recipient, you can safely take any type of blood, which Nurse Diana just told us earlier in the show. To add to its bloody benefits, AB blood is also known as liquid gold in trauma centers, because it's the universal donor for plasma, which is commonly given to trauma, burn, and shock patients to help boost their blood volume. But on the other hand, the type AB blood is linked to inflammation, which may adversely affect blood vessels. Interesting. AB and AB type bloods are associated with a greater risk of dangerous blood clotting and heart attack due to coronary artery disease rather than the type O blood. In terms of cognitive function, a 2014 study published in Neurology found that people with type AB blood were 82% more likely to develop memory and thinking problems that lead to dementia and other blood types. See, my dad had dementia. There you go. Experts believe this heightened risk is linked to higher levels of factor VIII, a clotting protein. So far, it's looking like there's positives and negatives to any blood type. So you really shouldn't be jealous of somebody's blood type. Type type O. Almost said type zero. Zero blood is a problem. Type O, it's the most common blood type in the United States. Did you know that?
Hmm.
Okay. And O negative is the universal donor also, meaning this blood can be transfused to anyone. According to AHA, people with type O blood have the lowest risk for heart attacks, blood clots in the legs, and in the lungs. Hmm. Researchers have found that people with blood type O had a 12% lower risk of suffering a stroke compared to other blood types. People with this blood type may also be less likely to contract COVID-19. Okay, that's what I heard during that time. Like, I have a friend who has never gotten it, still has never gotten it, and has been exposed to family members and friends and just rocks along.
That's insane.
Yeah, I need to ask her what type of blood she has.
Wow.
Since those with type O blood generally have fewer clotting problems, which are linked to the severity of COVID. So maybe they have it, but they don't get the symptoms of it, maybe. They're just spreading it around with it to everybody unknowingly. The bad blood news for type O people, they're believed to be more susceptible to the norovirus. They have a higher rate of peptic ulcers and are more likely to excessive bleeding after injury and surgery. So I guess their blood is thinner, hence less clots. That would make sense, wouldn't it?
I,
And there's also some fertility troubles too. Studies suggest that O-type women may struggle to conceive due to a lower egg count and poorer egg quality, and they are more likely to experience pregnancy-induced hypertension and run a risk of postpartum hemorrhage. So, after hearing all that, Diana, if you could pick a blood type, which one would you like?
I think I'm going to go with O.
It sounds pretty good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if one day they'll make it where you can like switch all your blood out, like take all the bad blood and put all, or do they even do that now? Is that done?
Um, you can, it's through a machine, basically pull blood out of your body, reoxygenate it, and then it's put, flowed back into your body through a different vessel.
You can.
Um, yeah. I actually heard something the other day, which was crazy, on a channel that was talking about taking the blood out of younger people and transfusing it into older people, and it began to regenerate their cells and make them more youthful. I mean, they didn't go back to being 20, but they could be more active. They felt better. Just, you know, they felt more youthful.
That makes sense.
So that does make sense. But that was the very first time I'd heard of it. But it makes perfect sense. I mean, it's a type of, I don't want to use the wrong word, but like doping, when athletes would do that to boost their
Oh,
to boost their strength or their endurance, their muscles firing at a greater rate or a quicker rate. So all that's kind of along the lines of doping.
yeah, I could see where that would be. And they do the, oh, what is it they were doing? Were they doing like stem cell? Some kind of
Yeah,
shots that had something that was considered not fair. But
yeah, exactly.
wow. Well, that sounds exciting as an older person, but it also sounds kind of almost like a scary movie, like.
Yeah,
You've got all these young people tied up and they're sucking their blood out and putting it in your blood. And
that could either be a good thing or a bad thing, just based on how society sees that, if it
right.
gets prevalent or it gets approved. But, when you're in the hospital, there are times where, you have no choice that you need a transfusion in order to live. However, it's a different choice when you know you're putting someone else's blood. It is not an emergency. This is not the end of your life,
Yeah.
but you are putting another's blood and allowing that to flow through your system. And for some reason, I just can't wrap my brain around that yet. I need to understand that better.
Yeah, it's almost like trying to live forever, which to me is a slippery slope. And
Yeah, I just want to age as I'm supposed to through the ages and accept where I'm at in life and have peace and be happy.
yeah, yeah. You got to go sometime.
You do.
Okay. Just a quick thing I want to say. And you're sitting down. We're both sitting down. But I did test this before I got online here. According to Dr. Reese, Reese on Facebook, I think he's a chiropractor or wellness, alternative medicine wellness person. He said you should stand in front of a mirror, full body, and look and see if you can see the front of your palms or your thumbs. In other words, when you stand with your arms to your side, are they like this or are they like this? If somebody said stand up with your hands to your side and they
Hmm.
someone took a picture of you, would we see the thumb, the side of your hand, or would we see the front of your hand? Mine was the side, the thumbs and the index finger.
I would assume that would be what mine would be.
Yeah, check it when we get off of here. And those listening at home, check it. You're not supposed to see the front of your hands from the front and your palms from the back if you're just standing in a normal
Okay.
state. But over the years, your posture can shift, your spine can shift, your muscles
Sure.
can slack, and your shoulder actually torques forward, and your arms end up with that. And you don't even realize it because this happens so subtly. And that's not good. That's not good for your back, your posture. And if you believe in chiropractic, which I do, you should go get an adjustment. So just out of curiosity, everybody look when you stop listening here. See, see if you can see the front of your hands or the back of your hand. Try it when we quit here, Diana,
Okay.
and get Dan to do it too. Now, you just came from yoga, so you're probably in great, your muscles are on the right place right now, all your joints.
Is that what you're thinking? Because my muscles are saying, what in the world did you just do?
You do
And
that
we are
hot
going
yoga,
to,
don't
yeah, it's hot yoga. We're going to make you pay for it tomorrow. So I know I'm going to be so sore tomorrow, but I love it. Yes, hot yoga is my thing.
you? That's good. That's
It
good. I did
refreshes
yoga today
me.
too, but it wasn't hot when I did.
Aw.
My day's just better if I start with yoga. It's just,
Oh, yeah.
I don't hurt when I start with it. And I don't realize, like, I'll be hurting and stiff and I think, God, what am I doing? I can't even do this like she's doing it. But when I finish, I'll go shower and get dressed and I think, I feel so limber and like I'm oiled, like all my joints are oiled and flowing and lubricated and
Yeah, it gets all of your synovial fluid flowing back there where it's supposed to.
synovial, big word. I like it. Look All right, finally, we don't have a lot of time left, but as a matter of fact, this is about time. It's about punctuality. Are you a get there early, get there on exactly time, or come crashing in about 10 minutes late type person?
I'm usually there maybe 1 minute to 5 minutes late, and I'm coming in on two wheels.
Okay. All right. I try to be an exactly on time person because when
Yes, you do. Because when she's had an appointment, she's there before her appointment, and I'm pulling right in at her appointment time.
Well, I don't really like to be early places because I don't like it when people meet me early. I don't like it. I'm like, and it's just kind of a stupid naggy thing, that a pet peeve that I have because I'm like, why did we say noon if you really meant 11:45? Right. And like my family, when we have a dinner celebration, whatever, it's like be there at 11 a.m. and I get there at 10:57 and everybody's already eaten. I'm like,
Oh my
why did we
goodness.
set a time?
Right.
Time means
This
nothing.
hap Come as you are whenever you want to. It's a drop in.
Well, this site is called Time Investors, and they're talking about punctuality, the importance of punctuality. So just feel attacked at this point, I guess, Diana. You try to squeeze in too much, I think is what it is. You
Oh, oh yeah.
you get a lot of great intentions and schedule, and I can do it, I can do it. And you do get it done. You just maybe don't get it done the exact time that you thought you might get it done, but it gets done. That's the thing. A Japanese manager once told me, not me, but this person writing the article, we fire employees who arrive on time. I laughed and then he explained why, and it completely changed how I see success. Being exactly on time means everything went according to plan. Arriving early means you expected things not to go, such as like traffic, delays, uncertainty. I asked why being late was such a serious offense in Japan. He replied calmly, we don't fire the late ones. We fire the ones who arrive exactly at the start. So, Diana, you wouldn't get fired because you're the late one. In my culture, arriving right on time means you're responsible, disciplined, professional. In his culture, it means you're passive.
Oh,
It tells us you didn't plan for traffic, delays, uncertainty, responsibility beyond yourself, things out of your control. If you don't plan for uncertainty, you can't be trusted with systems.
I mean, they're fussing at you because you're 15 minutes early and you're being negative about it. But then when you get there on time, they're fussing about that because you didn't anticipate traffic. I, I mean, are they just wanting something to fuss about?
He said something I'll never forget. Only the weak arrive in the last minute. Oh, I must be weak. Not because they're lazy, but because they think in limits, not margins. Not thinking about possibilities, I guess. Okay, we're about out of time. Speaking of time, Japanese companies don't value accuracy, they value anticipation. A professional arrives early just in case they need to settle their mind, read the room, prepare mentally, show readiness, and not to rush in out of breath, like Diana.
Like Diana. That'd be me. Huffing and puffing. But here I am.
That idea stayed with me, this guy says. And once I noticed it, I couldn't unsee it. The most successful people everywhere arrive early, stay calm, observe first, speak last, and they're already present before others even enter. So, Diana, we've got work to do, although I would say you are a very successful person. So, that's what I'd say.
Okay, you doing the podcast here. Let's talk success.
I am bad at time management because we have like a minute left. So, I think this is a topic we could probably talk a whole show about punctuality and why we're late and what it means and how it affects others. And is it good to arrive early? I mean, we may have even talked about it because it's one of my pet peeves, people that come too early.
Well,
But
honey, we can talk about it if you want to. I'm sure our
okay,
listeners would get a really good lift out of it, and
okay.
everybody would walk away having a beautiful, wonderful day, which is what we want everyone to have.
Yes, we don't really. I love to like Diane to do a recap what we learned today, but because we have less than a minute, we're not going to be able to do that. What is one thing that you will remember from this episode, Diana? Putting you on the spot, and then we'll go.
Learning about my specific blood type of things that are good and then the things that are bad. I do encourage everyone to go out and do get tested to see what your blood is because it's very important. And me as a nurse, I'm going to preach at you. Go get that done.
I will. All right. Thank you guys for listening. Bye bye,
We
Diana.
love
Say
you.
bye.
Bye bye.